big part of who I am. Um, Made a lot of really great friends. More than just friends, I feel like I've had a lot of great teachers. A lot of people who have really inspired me and shown me what it is to be a very good person. You know, a lot of the people I worked with, really good people, a lot of great people in the Canadian Armed Forces. So many of them. And when you leave the military, you know, most guys who leave the military don't really want to leave. Don't really want to leave. There's, for one reason or another, they kind of have to leave, or something happened, or you know. So people ask me about my mindset and my service, and does it have any impact? And yeah, it does. It does very much. You know, I don't think there's a single match that I ever go through where I don't, at some point, probably less now that I'm older, but at some point before I fight, before I go fight, before I arm wrestle, I think about, you know, some of the times that I served, maybe some of the people that I worked with. You know, that's one of the reasons why I think had such a good day on November the 11th when I fought Dennis, because that's a special day for us as veterans. And anyways, dear friend of mine, a guy that I did my assaulter course with. It was a guy I shared a room with at the beginning. Like, so on our course, we had the same room. There was three of us in a room, and these are some of the greatest guys. Anyways, so a good friend of mine popped over the other day. He gave me such a great present. Such a great present that I'm so honored to have. So I'm gonna add it onto this hat. You know, I had a Canada hat. I've misplaced it. Somewhere, okay, or somebody's got it. I don't know, but my green No Limits hat is gonna be the one that probably has these things on it. And when people talk about mindset, and I think that the consequences were really high. You know, when I used to, I don't even like to call it work, but when I used to serve, or whatever you want to call it, the consequences were very high, and there was a level of seriousness that was you know, made me feel very alive. Very alive. You know, I don't think there's anything that's ever made me feel so alive. You know, pulling Levon, pulling Dennis, you know, it's close. Well, I don't want to say it's close, because it's really not. It's awesome. Believe me, it's awesome. I love arm wrestling, but when it comes to just straight up, like, adrenaline dump, like, well, not even adrenaline dump, because, you know, you learn how to control your adrenaline. But when it comes to the seriousness of the situation, hard to compete with. And you know, people talk about politics and being a soldier. And like, I'm old now. You know, I'm a veteran. I'm no longer serving. You know. I'm rapidly going gray, and people ask me, "Is this your best day, Devon?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's my best day." But I'm 49, but I don't regret a second. I don't regret a second. Not an instant, not a second of any of the time that I ever served. It's very important. I think it's very important that people fight for their country, even if things aren't perfect. The idea of country, the idea of a collective, even though sometimes it doesn't seem like that's the case, the idea of it is very important, I think. And I would definitely do it all again. Anyways, so I'm just about done this. Just a little. My sewing skills are not that great. I got a sewing machine right behind me, and I got to learn how to use that thing. I'm just doing old-fashioned needle and thread for now. But just got to say, I was super honored by my friend coming by and giving me things I could put on my hat. And I'll always carry that place with me. I always will. In everything I do, I'll always carry it with me. Just because I thought that it represented a very pure calling, very pure, very simple, a very, very simple calling. And it's to serve as a fighter. That's all it was. Just to serve as a fighter. Anyways, I'm going off to have a match here in a couple days. And I get to bring my little hat with me now. I did not do a good job here. I'm going to have to redo this probably. But I've got my little Velcro patch. Let me try it out, get rid of the armband hat. Alright. Here's my little Velcro patch. Okay. Now, if you see this one, that would mean, this would mean that things are serious. If you see this one on, if you see that on my hat, it's about to get crazy. Okay? Operational. You see this one on? Okay. Time is a bit more chill. It's a bit more chill. But still, I'll carry it with me when it's about to get crazy. Thank you so much, really. I'll carry you with me. I'll carry it with me.